All right, today I have a Toyota Sienna 2017. It's a limited version and it has a rear air conditioning system as well as a front. So my air conditioning stopped working one day and I had to replace the compressor, um, and the additional components such as the expansion valves. Here's an example of one. This is the rear expansion valve. I had a mobile technician come in and took the gas out of the system, and he replaced the um, condenser, the compressor. While he was there, I told him to change the water pump, fix and change the expansion valve in the front, which is on the firewall, and at the same time change the spark plugs. The vehicle has 98,000 miles. And I just wanted to show you what's involved in changing the expansion valve in the back. Now, the Toyota dealership and an independent mechanic I had gone to had in the quotation not included replacing the expansion valve in the rear. And I decided for the sake of completeness, I might as well get that done. So you need to take the trim off, you need to pull this rubber off, and you need to pull this off, this panel here. So I raised this piece off and I pulled it out from here, and there's some clips. I use a plastic tool to pry off these clips from here and pull it off. This wire is for a trail hitch, by the way, not applicable. And you work your way across, you pull it off from these clips here, just pry it off the plastic tool, and it comes, this is all one piece that comes off here. All right, and you also need on the other side, it's going to end up right underneath here, so you need to pull this back a bit and then pull it back, and then all of these will come off. But there's also a clip here, I believe, for the speaker, which I need to disconnect to get the whole panel off. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that you need a 15 millimeter to remove the bolt that attaches the seat belt, here. All right, that needs to come off first before you get the whole panel off. So as you can see, I removed the panel, and the next step is to remove this one here to get full access here. So to get this off, you just push on this and pull on it. It comes right off. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is remove this, hopefully with the same size bolt. Just pry this open, I believe, and take this off. And I will continue to pull this off here, this piece. Okay, so I finally got this trim piece off. You kind of have to pry it off from the top here. It overlaps into this piece here. And there's several clips that were holding it in place. There's one on this side as well. So you I just have to try to get your fingers in and just pull on it until it comes off. The seatbelt is still attached, so I just took it and just pulled it on the side to give me access to the unit. Now, from what I can see, I just need to take this off, and then I can take this whole duct off, and that should give me better access to the unit, which is over here. Okay, so I'm going to take off these three attachments, 2 and 3, with 10 millimeters. And I think I should be able to pull the whole thing out. So I took the 3 bolts out, 2, 3, and there's another one here. So I'm going to remove that one as well. And I believe the whole assembly should be able to swivel out. I'm not sure about these hoses yet. Okay, so I was able to pull this off, but a bracket which holds the jack and the tire iron is in the way. So I'm going to have to take these out as well. 1 screw here, 1 bolt here, and I think there's one under here. Okay, so I got the bracket out. There's actually 4 bolts. So that came off in the back here, and that allowed me to bring this bracket forward. Now this hose is still in the way, so I'm going to take this bracket off here for the seat belt and take this out and see if I could pull this aside. So I took that other bolt out, and then you have to lift this bracket because there's a small hook here that hooks it into here. So you lift that, and you can see the whole thing is rocking now. So I think this might be the only thing holding it up. So I'm going to try to see if I could just pull this out without disassembling the whole assembly. Let's see. Okay, so everything is loose now. The only thing is, in order to get the expansion valve, it's all the way in the back underneath here, kind of where I'm pointing, so all the way in the back underneath here. So to get access to that, I believe you have to take the whole unit off, and to do that, it looks like we need to loosen this, get these off, and take off these clamps, which is for the heater, and then you should be able to pull everything off, and then flip it over and then change the expansion valve. You have a mobile mechanic coming to do this part because he has all the O-rings and everything that you would need to replace. So this is as far as I'm going to reach. After he's done, we'll confirm if that is what happened. Okay, I actually forgot to record what happened. So the only hose that had to be removed was a hose for the air conditioning. There was a little valve there, or connection, that had to be removed, and then the technician was able to tilt the whole unit away, and he could get behind it and then change the expansion valve. So that was the only thing. The heating hoses did not have to be removed. So I kind of hope this helps somebody. I didn't show the actual removal of the expansion valve, but it wasn't that complicated, but getting access to this was where the problem was. So any questions, let me know. Thanks.